about Revelations, you know what I'm saying? Revelations 12. You know what I mean? At birth, I was given the name.
Peace. Here we go. Another day for the deaths of Apacolips, Dogs to God's Entertainment, with a quick word of reflection, a quick word of inspiration. You know, when we got the prayer book with the CD, with the Arabic and the English translation back in the day, you know, by me being a musician, by me being an artist, a lyricist and all of that, you know, memorizing is basically, you know, it comes kind of easy for a brother, you know, by the grace of Allah. You know what I'm saying? And even playing the bass, like a lot of the musicians that I played with over the years, they were fascinated, you know, by my ability to remember, to memorize. So, you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Allah for that. You know, sometimes, like specifically with this Arabic, right? I memorized the Arabic for my prayer, and after a while, I said, you know what? I need to go back and look at this, because that's not my first language, unfortunately, because, you know, we were robbed of all of that, right? So I'm saying these words, and it's like, man, you gotta know what you're saying, man. So you gotta go and study the English, and, you know, make sure you understand what you're saying. Like, for instance, you know, after we or once we getting into the prayer, Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa tabaraka ismuka wa ta'ala jadduka wa la ilaha ghayruk, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Pure and glorified are you, O Allah. Blessed is your name, and exalted is your majesty. For there is none worthy of worship except you, right? So, if I'm saying that in Arabic, right, but I don't know that that's the English translation, you know what I'm saying? Then, am I really understanding my prayer? You know what I mean? Am I understanding my prayer? You know what I mean? So that's the key for me. Like, I gotta know what I'm saying. So just because I'm speaking the language, you know, I have to know what I'm saying in order for it to have the right effect on me, right? Because I am my prayer. Is that right? And so in that, you know, pure and glorified are you, Allah. You know, blessed is your name, exalted is your majesty. There is none worthy of worship but you. So in my attempt, you know, what I'm reflecting, this is what I'm reflecting on this morning in the mirror of truth. This is, you know, what we're walking through this day with, you know, gathering understanding on the moves that I'm making towards the fulfillment of this life that Allah has given me in the flesh, as He is the presence source within me that's moving this flesh. Now, because, you know, the way I see it, everything happens as a result of His active, permissive will. And if I'm striving to be a man of God, if I'm striving to live my life in submission to Him, you know, in a world where Satan was allowed to rule, in a world that, you know, born in sin, shaped in iniquity. So I get that, you know what I mean? So my, you know, not knowing and not understanding purpose, not knowing and not understanding the presence of Allah, not knowing and understanding the duality of self, God present within, you know, because that inspiration, that breath that was breathed into me to make me a living soul, that force, that energy, that source of my existence is the presence of Allah in me. You know what I mean? We ain't got to fuss about that, right? Because, you know, you have some people who want to separate Allah from man's existence. I mean, how can you do that? Like, So I can't exist without Allah. It's an impossibility for me to be a living soul without the presence of Allah in me. Once the presence of Allah leaves me, this returns to the earth. I cannot be a living soul without the presence of Allah in me. Okay, period. All right. So in that attempt, and blessed is His name, exalted is His majesty. There's none worthy of worship but Him. So finding that source, embracing that source, getting acquainted with that source, the knowledge of self, the knowledge of God, right? And then answering the call of purpose, like, why are you here? Why were you born into this earth at this time in space? You know what I mean? And so how is my walk where that is concerned? See, that's my reflection. And so as we grow in understanding, and as we reflect on our surroundings, our daily activity, you know what I mean, and what we're striving for. You know, the Quran says, soon you will see the ends from which men strive, right? So if I'm striving for that, if I'm striving for the blessed name, if I'm striving for the exalted and the majestic existence of Allah, you know what I'm saying? Then there should be results. There should be a manifestation of results. So this is my conversation with myself in the mirror of truth. I can't just say that and stamp that, and then, you know, after learning mathematics, which it's not mathematics, that's true. You can always prove it at no limit of time, right? That's a mathematical equation. But you must first learn to use it to your benefit while you live. You know what I mean? So, Allah never changes the condition of people until they change themselves. So, inshallah, this was helpful for you because it sure is helpful for me to continue to reflect on and move in that vein. That's our word today for the Death of Apacolips. Enjoy your day. Peace.